All right, session number 4, courage. So we're going to gain confidence, decisiveness, and momentum. Our goal of this session is to discuss where you feel you've been confident and courageous in your life and where you might be holding back or backing down in some situations. So again, the world's highest performers act with a lot of courage when they face challenges and in chasing their dreams. Again, in terms of high performance, courage is absolutely one of the most important topics. Without it, you will never reach your full potential. So let's see how it might be affecting your performance. So tell me what courage means to you, and about a time in your life you felt you were really stepping up. So go ahead and think of some times where you were really just fearless in your actions. Maybe it was leaving a corporate job. For me, a good example, I left a very cool and cozy corporate job to get into real estate. I didn't know that the market was going to turn just when I did it, but um, that took a lot of courage looking back on it. Especially knowing what people think about agents or real estate agents. So, what's a time where you felt you were really stepping up and you were being courageous? Are there any areas of your life or people in your life that you feel like you are backing down from or avoiding? So, is there an agent on your team that you need to deal with and you're not being courageous and you're letting them be on your team when they should be off of your team? It's a good example. Maybe your spouse. Maybe there are things that you need to talk about with your spouse that you're backing down from or avoiding. Yep, Rick says leaving my corporate job also very, very scary at the time. Brett says when I first started out in real estate after selling my last business, the market sucked in 2007. Yeah, Brett and I share a similar timing getting into the business. Steve said walking away from the big brand real estate company and starting a boutique style company. Awesome. I love that one. Terry, same thing. Terry left a big box real estate company during recession to start her own company. Yeah, awesome. And I'm in the same situation come a year and a half from now, probably, with my big box real estate company. Bradley says when our daughter was very ill. Wow, that's a good one. Yeah, obviously a way, and I don't know your situation, Bradley. I've got you know, my daughter broke her leg this weekend, and it felt like with all the turmoil and it was a little example of where I needed to step up and kind of calm everyone down and really act in a courageous way and be there for everyone. Annette said leaving Coldwell Banker after 20 years and joining KW. Yeah, change can be scary. Okay, so if you had even more courage, what would you stop doing right now? And what would you start doing? So if you had even more courage, what would you stop doing right now? And what would you start doing? Let me get a few responses on this because this is really good. Your ability to think about what if I was more courageous? What would I stop doing, that I'm doing right now? And what would I start doing? So give me some examples of that. Really good. So Terry and I had a strategy session last week, and we talked about this quite a bit. So Terry said she would stop producing and hire/manage top producers. Really good, good one, good share. And a lot of people are in that same. It's what attracted you to B School and to me and my story in particular, and it's the scariest thing that many agents face. And the reality is that without taking that step, your financial future is linked to your ability to go out with buyers and sellers, as long as you need to make money. So, some people are sort of motivated by, avoiding pain versus seeking pleasure. And many times, it's if you look at the reality of the situation, the reality is that unless you do something different, you're going to get the same sort of results. Sean says, stop letting people dictate my time and set more boundaries with clients. Yeah, really good. So if you're in production, your ability to tell your team um, that you have priorities every day, and your clients that they can't text you at 9:30 at night because it's helpful for them to talk about some stupid thing that doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. Your ability to have those boundaries, I think, is really, really important. That's a good one, Sean. All right, so let's get into it here. So, where does courage come from, and how do we start to gain more confidence and courage in our lives? The answers to these questions lie not only in moments of crisis, but in how we live each day of our lives. And so we look at three areas: the awareness of what we fear, expressing our real thoughts, feelings, needs, and ambitions to others, and three, consistently creating and responding to challenges in our lives by taking action.